I don't know what I'm doing.
Who is this?
It's Dan.
Kitroser?
Yeah.
Dan, it's been so long. Joan says that she has some bread for you.
Oh, thanks.
And some cucumbers. She said she grew a bunch of cucumbers just for you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And Jordan?
He just got his booster, so he's in bed with Gemma.
Oh, that's great. He must be relieved.
Yeah.
And you're taking good care of him, I'm sure.
Well, that's the thing.
What?
He did everything for me. He drove me to get my shot. He bought my croissants. He took my temperature. If I was in the mood, I bet he would have taken it rectally.
Is that a...
But such joke, yeah.
Sounds like you married well.
Yeah.
But something. What's that I hear?
Well, he got a shot yesterday, and I'm at the airport, and I don't know what I'm doing.
You're at the airport during Omicron?
And I'm going to Berlin.
You're going where?
Well, first I'm going to Portland, then to Denver, and then to Munich, and then to Berlin.
You're going to 4 airports in 2 days.
Please.
I'm not judging.
No, I know.
I'm just a doctor.
My dad calls you the doctor. He always says, "How is Rich the doctor?"
Well, your parents are mensches.
He still talks about Shakespeare's Skull. He said it was the funniest play he ever saw. And my mom talks about the reading of your play during Fertile Ground 3 years ago, 4, when a woman fainted and you ran to the rescue and brought her back and took care of her.
Oh, live theater.
You're a playwright and a doctor, and Joan makes bread and grows me cucumbers, and I'm leaving my husband to recover from his booster to go to Berlin to meet with a director to do a final draft of a screenplay based on a book. And I left the book in my apartment, and I already did my drafts, and I don't see how meeting with the director in person will allow me to write a final draft better than in the comfort of my own home with my husband and dog. But because I'm too afraid to say no to people, I am now going to 4 airports during Omicron just to go to Germany, which is never good for the Jews.
Dan?
And I'm wearing this N95 and I can't breathe, and I'm at the airport now, and
Dan!
I don't know what I'm doing.
Breathe.
At the airport? That's the last place I should
Inside your mask, you can still breathe. Take 3 deep breaths, okay? And on each one, I want you to say something you are grateful for, okay?
This is bullshit.
Don't swear at the doctor.
Fine.
Breath 1, inhale, exhale.
Jordan's hand on my back.
2, inhale, exhale.
Our new puppy Gemma's brown eyes.
3, inhale, exhale.
Our friendship.
Be safe out there, Dan.
Thanks, Doc.
Okay, well, thank you, Dan. That was lovely. And your parents and Jordan, I know they're also lovely. But just for the record, I'm Matt, not Rich. I just wanted to clear that up so there's no confusion, though I'm guessing there's already plenty of confusion, even though we just started this thing. So, moving on. Rich wrote the upcoming scene, or at least most of the upcoming scene, but he prefers that his image not appear on Zoom. That's the reason I played Rich in the last scene, and that's the reason I'll be playing Rich again in this scene. As to why Rich doesn't want his image to appear on Zoom, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not one to spread rumors, but knowing Rich, I'm thinking it has something to do with the witness protection program, but that's only an educated guess. Now, why me and not some other actor? The short answer is, I don't know. What I do know, speaking of rumors, is that some of you may have heard that same silly rumor that I've heard, namely that Rich is my illegitimate grandfather. So I just want to put that baby to rest once and for all. It's totally untrue. And besides, my grandmother, rest her soul, has much better taste. Anyway, where were we? Oh, I know. We're up to scene 2, in which Rich, a playwright, converses with Holly, a composer and lyricist. Hi, Holly.
This is weird.
What's weird?
This, are you supposed to be Matt or are you supposed to be Rich?
Good question. I'm going with the assumption that I'm supposed to be Matt playing Rich.
Huh. Matt playing Rich.
Exactly.
Okay. But when I address you right now, this very moment, should I address you as Matt or address you as Rich?
Beats me.
Wow.
What?
This entire scene, it makes absolutely no sense. Like zero.
Tell me about it.
Like, who was this idea, or whose idea was this anyway? I mean, was it yours?
Hey. Don't blame me. I'm just the messenger, okay? You know what? Actually, I'm even worse off than the messenger. I'm just the actor.
Got it. His idea. The nutty playwright. Naturally, which leads, of course, to another question. Why does Rich always do this? Make things so complicated? Is it that witness protection thing?
Wait. You've heard about that?
Are you kidding? Everyone's heard about that, which, let's be frank for a second, is the part I really don't get. I mean, if the witness protection thing is supposed to be such a big secret, why does he keep telling everyone about it?
Yeah. Very strange. Kind of tough to figure out.
You got that right.
Anyway, we should probably start, don't you think?
Start what?
Scene 2.
Matt.
Call me Rich, okay? It's easier if I stay in character.
Fine. Rich.
Uh-huh.
We don't need to start scene 2.
We don't? Why not?
Because we're just about finished with scene 2. That's why. See? Just a few more lines to go.
Wow. That's weird.
I know. That's what I said at the beginning. Remember?
And you were right. You know what? If this LaRonde things comes up again next year.
Or Fertile Ground.
Fertile Ground, Zoom, whatever. I'm not sure I want to do this again.
Me neither. Or maybe next time I'll get lucky and go after someone else. Someone less flaky. Like Dan.
Amen. Good choice.
Or maybe Susan.
Do you think they stare at us the way we stare at them?
The clouds?
Yeah. I wonder if groups of people on the ground make interesting shapes too.
I've made many interesting shapes in my life.
All by yourself?
Hear me roar.
Aren't we supposed to be making a play or something?
Yeah, well, Matt is Rich, or maybe Rich is Matt, and Dan is afraid of airports. And that's all I know.
There. Make one of your shapes.
Playwrights are mad. Hexagon, cube.
Why do we do what we do?
Because we must. Because we know no other way, even if we have to zoom it.
Zoom it?
So be it. Amen.
What do you mean, amen? Amen?
Amen.
Not you too.
Uh-oh.
Amen signifies truth or verity. We live in a world with neither. It's all completely messed up.
Truth.
The teenagers are regularly staying up till 3 or 4 in the morning. The dog doesn't know when to bark or when to sleep. The house is a mess because no one ever comes over anymore. So there's no incentive to clean up. And it seems just impossible to get any writing done.
Verity.
But you're getting writing done.
Sorta.
You're winning awards.
Well, not anything very.
How do you do it?
Susan, you're asking the wrong person.
No, really. I want to know.
I guess it's the Pomodoro. Tomato.
You mean like your Italian heritage or actually having tons of tomatoes in your diet?
No, it's a time management system, the Pomodoro technique.
Oh, wait. Is that the thing you were telling me about a few years ago when you were writing your award-winning play, The Delays?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Same thing that's pictured in that really cool collage Brianna made for the dramatist article?
That's it.
Yeah. Didn't work for me.
Oh, darn.
I miss Dan's writing parties.
Me too.
I miss all those wonderful human beings sitting at a table together writing
Yep.
and eating.
Yeah.
I miss Dan's scrambled eggs.
Uh-huh.
I miss Daisy.
Oh, okay, stop.
What?
We're not just gonna sit here and cry.
What are we going to do?
I don't know yet.
Should we?
Yes.
But what if it's
Doesn't matter.
so? How should we start?
You tell me. Maybe?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
Good. Only,
Only what?
does it have to be Zoom?
I don't know. I'll ask Heath. Heath,
I'm sorry. What is this?
our play,
Our play?
our fertile ground play.
I'm sorry. I'm in a lot of fertile ground plays, so.
For LineStorm.
Oh.
The RondeStorm.
Oh. Is that the one where we all write something, scenes about ourselves as writers, writing about ourselves? Or.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, okay. About that, I don't recall any clear instructions, and I want to get it right because I'm new to the group.
We're so glad to have you.
Thank you. But what I'm saying is I'm new and I don't want to mess this up.
You can't mess this up. You're a brilliant writer. There is no way you can mess this up.
Oh.
And you can do backflips. You might be the only one of us who can do backflips.
Rich Rubin can.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah. Nearly qualified for the Olympics and everything. I thought everyone knew that.
Wow, I had no idea. I wonder if that means Matt Pavitt can too, since Rich is his illegitimate grandfather and all.
I thought that was just a rumor.
Oh, come on. They'd like us to think that, but it's obvious, right?
Anyway, the ability to do a backflip isn't something you inherit. It takes practice, hard work, and dedication, much like writing.
Right.
Like, you wouldn't sit down and write something without giving it any thought. You wouldn't plunge into creating art others will spend their valuable time consuming without any deeper meaning behind it.
Never.
Exactly. We respect our audience by carefully crafting our work. We choose each and every word with scrutiny. I mean, that's what makes us real writers. Am I right?
Real writers. Right.
I mean, anyone can toss some rambly nonsense on a page and throw it up on Zoom, but why would someone want to watch that? What kind of decent human being would ask someone to watch that? If we're being honest, what kind of decent human being would ask someone to watch anything on Zoom?
uh,
It's the worst.
it is.
The absolute worst.
But
But
I want to still make things, you know?
yeah,
Not being able to do this thing I love, not having a reason to write, not having a place to experience the magic of hearing words you've written come to life. It's
worse than Zoom.
yeah, it's worse than Zoom.
So, what am I supposed to do for this RondeStorm thing?
Write a scene between you and Audrey.
About what?
You'll think of something. If not, ask Audrey. She always has good ideas.
Hmm.
What was that?
Oh, hey. What was what?
What?
I think I was expecting Audrey.
Yeah, she doesn't do appearances, so I came in her stead.
As Audrey.
Well, I'm just a panacea for her spirit. Okay?
Okay. So we should just dive in.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, okay. Well, Sarah Jean was just saying you have good ideas.
Well, I have ideas.
But she's right. They're always so good. What's the first thought you had when you woke up this morning?
I decided not to pee in bed.
See, that's what I mean.
So, how's this writing thing going?
I don't know. I just jumped onto this little merry-go-round for the fun of it.
Are you having any fun?
You're so fucking fabulous.
Oh, stop. Just keep moving things along.
Yes. It's tough though. The world is shifting and collapsing around us.
And that's why the smile matters. The laughs, the moments of recognition.
Of what?
How we react, the ways in which we receive and respond. The weight of the world will always be there. Why not face the day with a smattering of laughs, with a twinkle in the eye that says, life is ridiculous and absurd, but we'll find comfort in one another.
Yeah. It's not like easy.
Did someone say it would be?
No, but
Stop making excuses. Stop leaning into cynicism.
okay. What does the beginning of that look like?
I guess I would start by relaxing a little.
Yeah.
No, really. And that begins with trust.
I trust you.
No, we're still building. I can sense how cautious you are, and that means we develop the trust over time.
Aren't most people
What?
cautious?
Some people. Others trust until they're given a reason to doubt. It's a matter of how we move through our lives on some level.
Yes.
Existing in the moment is about trust on a deeper level. The breeze against the skin, being present, trusting our bodies, our feelings, our connections.
I guess I just get caught up in the thinking, what can we be for ourselves, for each other?
Yes, but should that come at the expense of our feelings? And the truth is, our work is better when we're more balanced.
Yes.
Don't look so concerned. This little exercise is just a bit of fun.
I'm not worried, just
Overanalyzing.
maybe.
See?
I do. Hey,
Yes?
who's next?
Subtle.
Just wondered.
Ellen.
Oh,
What?
I can't wait to read her piece. Have you read through all of these? They're so good.
Of course I have.
Well, yes, quite right. Thank you.
For what?
I don't know. All of it. everything?
So you're telling me there's a rumor going around that Rich has a locked room in his basement? And inside of it are rows of boxes stamped with the word evidence? Where did you hear that? Gotta go. Ellen just zoomed in. Welcome, partner.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Totally nothing suspicious happening on my end of this call. What I did what I could to clear a small plot of land for you. An orchard filled with words, all the varietals. What I didn't do, I love that. What I didn't do was build you a story. There's only a video, 5 years old, but forwarded to me only a month ago. Nothing special, really. Its cruelty is all over familiar, especially now when it's clear how much further we are willing to go.
He's like, so you get to go home for the rest of the day.
He's not going to be much use to us, I don't think.
Needless to say, I didn't get my deposit back. Needless to say, I didn't get my deposit back. And Viper Mitsubishi is a proud sponsor of Golden Goat for Hockey.
Are you okay?
That's my fertile ground of 2022. A man pumped to sell you a car, a gopher gliding to a perfect hockey stop, and a bungling bear just trying to stay upright. Together, more alive than anything I'm creating now.
Hello? 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 Who is this?
It's Ellen.
Ellen Lewis?
Yes. Where are you?
Well, I'm not sure, actually. Do you speak German by any chance?
No, I can polka though.
Interesting, but not helpful.
Are you still in Germany?
Well, I'm in some airport somewhere in Germany. I don't know. I'm looking at a map, and it's not helping. I'm not sure what time it is in this or in any other time zone. I'm hungry and nothing is open. I'm wishing I was home with Jordan and Gemma eating bread and cucumbers from Rich and Joan right now.
I wish you were too.
Are you okay?
We all really need to stop asking each other that.
I know, but are you?
I don't know. Audrey sent me this thing and it's making me feel ridiculously upset.
She sent you.
It was this little video of 3 people out on the ice on an ice hockey rink, I think. I don't really know anything about ice hockey other than it's violent and they carry sticks.
Same. Do you think that Flugstag could mean gate?
I really don't know. I didn't even do that well in Spanish. So there were 3 people out on the ice, but one was dressed as like some sort of ferret-like creature, and the other was dressed as a fat bear sort of creature.
Mascots?
Maybe. It was unclear. The guy who wasn't dressed as an animal was maybe selling cars. There were cars.
I love you, but why are you telling me this?
The bear.
Am I supposed to know why you are telling me this?
The bear kept falling on the ice over and over again, take after take, and I.
Crying? Are you? Are you crying?
No. Maybe. No, I'm just. Everything feels really precarious right now.
I know.
I really wish you were home.
I really wish I was home too.
Maybe you should click your heels 3 times.
I don't think that's the story we're in.
What story are we in? I feel so lost.
Well, I'm literally lost.
Everyone feels so far away. I haven't seen Alan in like 2 years.
He refuses to Zoom.
But is he okay? How do we know if people are okay if we can't hug them and make theater together? Even when I do see people on the screen, it doesn't feel real somehow.
Better than not seeing people at all.
When do you get home?
It all depends on whether or not I ever find my Flugsteig.
Remember when you ran to my house? All the way from Woodburn where the bus left you off because of the not driving thing?
New York.
And you brought strawberries that you'd bought from a fruit stand along the road on your way. They got all mushed, and cookies that you'd made with pancake mix instead of flour because you'd run out of flour that got all crumbled because they were in your backpack and you ran for 8 miles.
That all sounds very probable. It could have happened.
It was the kindest thing. That you came all that way, that you brought crumbly, weird cookies and mushed strawberries and spent the day with me that day.
I think I'm at the wrong Flugstag, or the right Flugstag in the wrong Die Bahnhofschau. This could be the no exit episode of the Twilight Zone.
Oh, Dan. Do you think we'll ever get our lives back? Theater, each other. Dan? Dan, are you there? Alan, Brianna, Matthew, Susan, Audrey, Holly, Heath, Lolly, Josie, Anya, Dan, Sarah Jean, Rich, Miriam, Naga. Did I miss anyone? Travel safe, Dan. Okay? Please. I love you. I love all of you, you know?
The worst thing that could have happened while I was on my trip to Berlin would have been getting COVID. It would have meant that I would have to stay quarantined in my hotel for an interminable amount of time by German law. And it would mean that I would not be allowed back on a plane to the US until I tested negative by American law. It would mean that I would have to Zoom all my meetings that I flew there for and stay significantly longer, miss my husband, my dog, my friends, my routine. It would mean that I would be sick. And we still don't know the lifelong ramifications of having COVID, even Omicron. It would mean being stuck in a limbo with rules, but without rules, and away from everyone, and by myself, isolated in a new context, trying to make art all alone, which for writers is fine, but without the energy of the world, which is not fine. It would mean days, maybe a week of fear, anxiety, shame, guilt, bad internet connections. But all of that happened. On my second day in Berlin at the office of my producers, I started to feel a scratchy throat. At first, I tested negative, but the next day I tested positive, and that was it. I quarantined in my hotel. My stay was pushed and pushed and pushed. I coughed, I slept, I cried. My fever broke. I coughed, I slept, I cried. I took so many tests. You can get tests easily in Berlin. I swabbed my nose, I waited. I saw a second red line so many times. I got a nasal douche. I blew my nose really hard. I drank gallons of water. I waited to watch the faint lines emerge. I Zoomed more meetings. If I went to take an official test, I would have to quarantine for at least 2 weeks. The German production company sent a secret man to my hotel in East Berlin 3 times. He took secret tests, swabbed my nose, told me he wouldn't register the results unless it was negative. He was dressed all in black. It was very East Berlin. How many times has a secret man dressed in black shown up to hotel rooms in East Berlin? How many times has a Jew waited in hiding, hoping that when the man showed up, that would mean he would be free to go? Eventually, the test came back. I'm negative. I'm typing this now at the airport. I finally found my Flugstag. My flight to Munich leaves in an hour, and from there to San Francisco, and from there to Portland. Okay, so this is hardly the worst thing that could have happened. I was taken care of. I was in a hotel. The company paid for everything, even the secret men in black. I'm fine. But this moment of stillness, of longing, of fear, anxiety, shame, guilt, quarantine, solitude, this moment we're all diving into the abyss. And some voids are more painful than others. Some of us are going to be lost inside of them. Some people never made it out of Berlin, but others did. And if you are the others, like me, then you are coming out of this moment with some story, something about the heroine's journey within. And maybe you didn't slay the dragon. Maybe you met with the dragon and the two of you cried together in a warm hug of fiery tears. And maybe it was small and tiny and merely the story of a moment. But you must jot it down. Whether it lands up on a screen or the live tongue of an actor or a piece of paper, it's no excuse not to tell your story. Because some people don't make it out of Berlin. So say it, scream it, sing it, dance it, carve it, yell it, dream it, spit it the fuck out. You owe it to your ancestors whose stories live in you, and you owe it to the children who might not hear you but are listening, and you owe it to your friends, to your LineStormers who just want to know if you're okay. I'm okay. I promise you all. I'm okay, and I love you all. And I gotta go now because I have a plane to catch.